So, if you two ever happen to become famous in the future, what would you want to become famous for?
I would never want to be famous for even a minute, never mind 15.
Being famous for a millisecond has been proven to have deadly effects on people. 15 minutes of fame could wipe out all life in the universe.
Boston, pardon my asking, why are you here again?
Yeah, aren't you meant to be at Bridget Horn?
Supervisor had to see a friend about something. Thought he had the day off, the poor man. He tried to get the train, but he couldn't.
Why not?
Well, the supervisors' union dictates that supervisors cannot ride on trains themselves. Think about it, who are the sweets for? The shopkeeper or the customers?
That could prove to be inconvenient. I'd better snag the turntable before anyone else does. Cheerio.
Between you and me, when I first met Bunker, I didn't expect him to be so nice. It's like there's very few things that make him tick.
We all have things that make us tick, Boston.
True. I swallowed an alarm clock once.
Oh, rats.
Bunker, I do think you've passed the red signal. Do you think you could back up, please? Ah!
I don't think I've ever seen that guy before. He's probably just started. Why did it have to break today of all days? Pulling trains backwards was never my strong suit.
Don't read too deeply into it, Bunker. If he can't handle the unpredictable life of a railway, he shouldn't have gone for the job. Give him a chance to meet you and he'd be an immigrant within the hour. You're entitled to your opinions, but in mine the cons outweigh the pros. Turntables are trash and they just exist to look fancy. Inhuman. I wouldn't be caught dead on a turntable. Well, it wouldn't affect you much, Barry. You'd be dead.
Oh, I've been so unmotivated to write anything these past few days. Where is the man meant to locate his inspiration? Down the back of the sofa. Oh, hey, Barry!
What do they want? Yes?
Could you spare an hour? Only we think we might have fixed the turntable. Could you help us test it?
Fine. Why did I agree to this?
You said something, Barry!
Oh, nothing.
There we go then. Now, aside from the obvious grinding sound, was there anything that seemed wrong to you?
It was literal nothing. They mended the turntable, Bunker.
Already? Crikey, that was quick. Mr. Cardio should give them all a raise.
I was passing by at the wrong time and they had me tested out for them. Crap. I told Boston I'd never use a turntable in my life.
Then again, what he never sees isn't worth seeing, you understand?
Did you have to test it out for them?
Well, not really. But then again, you know me. I like to help people any way I can. And anyway, you know what Boston's like. He'd turn it into the next bestseller. How the Tables Turn by Boston Tea Pannier, buy one get one free. Only it wouldn't be buy one get one free, it'd be get 13.
I thought you didn't care what Boston thinks.
Ugh. Ordinarily I wouldn't. When I'm not on the receiving end, that is. Catch up with you later, Bunker, and don't tell him, okay?
Well, how was our day, everyone?
They fixed the turntable, which was highly depressing.
Right. What about you, Bunker?
Otto is an enigma, talking about how the turntable being broken is a repression of our rights.
I've seen randomly graffitied names that are less questionable than Otto. To quote Groucho Marx, I never forget a face, but in his case I'll gladly make an exception.
That's low for you, Boston, using someone else's quote.
Give over. Boston's a plagiarist directory.
That quote has always confused me anyway. How can you always remember every face? I wish I had a memory like that.
It's Groucho Marx, Boston. You can't question him.
Better forget meeting him at the Oscars then.
Ah. It's just a common cold. It'll disappear. Soon.
Call it a common cold, but it only shows up once a year. Doesn't live up to its name, does it? Come to think of it, I've seen blue moons more than right, Boston, we get the picture.
Oh, bloody hell.
You are not fit to be pulling trains today, Barry. You'll have to stay in the sheds until your cold dies down. Boston, will you pull Barry's trains today?
I thought you'd never ask.
I'll have a word with Mr. C then.
How often does Boston pull passenger trains again?
Christmas usually.
No, that's when he pulls his dinky little post train, with his fake little beard and antlers. Sounds funnier than it looks.
I feel really sorry for Barry, you know. If his nose starts turning red, Rudolph will have a pretty nasty lawsuit on his hooves, and we can't be doing with that, can we? How's Tricks?
I haven't actually been playing any tricks lately.
I really need to stop asking how everyone's day has been. Have you heard about Otto lately?
Otto? Why? What has he done now?
He scaled Mount Snowdon blindfolded.
That is a complete lie.
This was a nice moment while it lasted.
Joanna, I know you don't mean any harm, but could you please move out of the way? You're taking up space that other engines could use, you know.
Ironic.
Just about to, Otto.
What do you see in that girl, Boston? I have witnessed seances that have better payoffs than your flings with Joanna.
It helps when you're not trying to contact the dead.
You're not even in a relationship, and yet you speak of her as if you are.
Send us to the dockside and we'd be in a relationship, alright.
Things aren't looking hot over the pond. What do you think of this Cold War, Boston?
Tell me about a Cold War. Poor Barry. He's had a cold for the last few days. It was so bad today I had to pull his passenger train.
You should know I actually saw Barry on the turntable yesterday. I thought he hated them. Going past with my train, and there he was, clear as day on the turntable, 46521. Could it be argued that, in our darkest hours, we become what we show the most disdain toward?
We'll be seeing broad gauge preservation societies before Barry uses a turntable.
Members of the Buffers Out movement do not tell lies. That's against our values. When I became the LMP, Locomotive MP that is, I swore I'd do the things no one else is doing, tackling serious problems with the future of our railway.
Sounds like glorified vigilanteism.
Anyway, like I said, what do you think of the Cold War?
If it's a Cold War, where's Khrushchev's scarf, hat and gloves then? Naughty boy. I think it's getting better now. I bumped into Otto earlier. We had a nice thought-provoking chat. Well, it was less thought, more provoking. But apparently he caught you on the turntable yesterday. He was right. Well, he seemed fairly certain. Did he really? Yes, I used the turntable, Boston, but only because they needed someone to test it out and I happened to be there. Well, 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 how utterly poetic. Go on, mock me to the highest heavens, I know you want to. I have a cold, you might as well make me suffer some more. I would, but there's one tiny detail. See, you said you wouldn't be caught dead on a turntable, and you were caught alive on a turntable. So, in a roundabout sense, you didn't fully go against what you said. Slimy little sod, Boston, I was being metaphorical. Something you are worryingly skilled at.
He told me as well, you know.
Me and you are friends, and you told Bunker about this life-changing revelation before me?
Barry is my friend too.
I know, Bunker. It's just funny, that's all. Crikey. This really is quite a puzzle, isn't it? The tables have turned. What a striking turn of events. What a turn up for the books. Oh no, Barry, those are far, far too cliché. If I'm going to truly make fun of this dilemma, I need a pun that's bespoke, amazingly unheard of. Best not to ponder on it. You know, to change the subject, next year I'd really like to make something for Joanna for Valentine's. A mess? How about an LP?
LP. Large Prairie. Good one, Boston.
As a locomotive with no discernible human features, well, aside from the obvious, making an LP should be easy. But what should I make it about? I'd have to put a song on it. Don't bother, Boston, it'd never turn up. Ugh, you slippery little git. Count yourself fortunate you witnessed the rare sight of me on the Otto, what are you doing?
Protesting. The imbalance of locomotive power simply has to end, Barry. An engine with a clear disdain for turntables should never be forced to use one.
Otto, you should know.
When we say no, we mean no.
Otto,
Our rights must be respected. British Railways need to respect the steam engines. They need to treat us with
Alcatraz really needs an engine depot.